Okay, welcome back. We have it's not straight edge and compass, it's uh I feel like rulers it should be called straight edge because ruler and straight edge are technically different, I think. But you have 3 points ABC and you have something that resembles a straight edge, maybe. So you have like this ruler, okay? I don't know. And it's like a straight edge, but it also has width 1, so you can draw lines like a 1 away. You want to build the orthocenter. So okay, I see how to build the in-center already. Because you can, shoot, shoot. Actually, that's not an in-center. That's a... Anyways, okay, this doesn't matter. What the heck do I do? So... When it says mark the orthocenter, I think it really means I need to figure out how to get this foot. So I'm just gonna focus on that. This should be equivalent. Which is, I don't really care about B and C either. It's just like, okay, I have a point A and I have like some line. And I want to get from... I want to get the perpendicular line. Okay. Well, gotta start somewhere, right? Boom. I don't know. Let's drill some line through A. And then pray. I don't know what I expect this to do. Like if I do... Wait, that looks perpendicular. I don't want it to look perpendicular. Like if I have... Ta-da. If I have two of these things that intersect, does that do anything? Like, is there anything special about a parallelogram where the whatchamacallit, opposite distances are equal? Are those rhombi? Is that just a rhombus? Am I building rhombuses? Wait, actually, hang on. If you have a parallelogram and like the distance from here, that's just a rhombus, right? Right? Okay, cool. So I can build like, yeah, I can build an angle bisector. It's you just make the rhombus out of. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. Here. Well, actually, if I can build an in-center, it feels like I should be able to build right angles somehow, right? Like, okay, suppose I build this thing, and then, you know, I can build the angle bisector of it. So what you do is you build a rhombus, and then it's an angle bisector. And it's like, yeah, there's a right angle. Like, when you have a rhombus, there's a right angle in it. So, okay, that's fine. Now, can I make it such that the... Whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Alright, I just... Just draw a random thing, and then we can build its angle bisector. And I can build its external bisector too, right? Like, you can just bisect shit. Oh, that's great. Okay, so if I like build a bunch of these, can I do anything with it? Like I can build... It's very frustrating because I can build an in-center and it's like... you know, now this is the in-center of A. Doesn't... I'm sorry, this picture's awful. Let me try again. So I can, you know, bisect, 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 bisect. And, you know, okay, I'm really bad at drawing this. But here's the AX center, alright? And I can do this multiple times. I don't know if that gets me any closer to building an in-center. You can build the orthocenter of, like... if I draw this whole thing... I get the orthocenter of the green triangle, but that's not what I'm looking for. Unless... I think I should think of this as like any angle I can draw, I can also build the internal and external bisector. So if I have just that, can I build a right angle? I feel like the answer is still no. I need to do something else. Hey, the orthic of the orthic is something, right? Or something like that? Like if I do this construction again on like the outer thing, you know, build that. Wasn't there something that's supposed to happen if I do this like 2 or 3 times? Or something like that? I forget. Right? Wasn't there something like this? Like when I take the... If you take a triangle and you take some... Hang on, there's something to this effect. I forget how it goes. But... Like, what happens if I do this construction a bunch of times? Do I eventually get something good? I forgot. What are the angles of this triangle that you get when I do this construction? So, if I start with ABC as the angles here, this is like 90 plus A over 2. So this is like 90 minus A over 2. I think I'm thinking of pedal triangles, which is something a little different. That's not what I... Like, if you take a pedal triangle and then you take another pedal triangle with it, then something happens to that. I think that's something different. It's not quite what I want here. Can you get midpoints? I was thinking the same thing, because I wanted to see if I could get, like, the midpoint. So how would I get a midpoint? If I have 2 things, and I have, like, random angle bisection magic, and, like, I don't know. Like, I can draw here, here, and then do something like that, and then draw, make more rhombuses, right? So this is some rhombus. Let me draw it tilted so it looks tilted. Imagine I do something like this, right? And then, actually, yeah, you can get midpoints. So what you do is, if I start with, let me just highlight the starting figure. If I start with this, I draw two parallel lines. I draw this, and then, you go shoot, shoot, and then this thing is the centroid, so we'll bisect it. Yeah, so you can get midpoints too, which is nice. So I can get like these points on the 9-point circle. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's quite what I want. Actually, no, it might be. Is there a point on? Is there any point on the altitude that's like the arc mid? Well, you can get the in-center and x-center. So the arc midpoint is the midpoint of IIA. So you can get like, you know, you get the in-center, you get the x-center, and then the arc midpoint's here. So that part fine. That's how you get these. That feels pretty powerful, actually. If I can get the arc midpoints. Because if I can get the arc midpoints, then I can also get all the perpendiculars bisectors, right? The arc midpoint is equidistant from this B and C. I wasn't actually trying to go for like this particular triangle. I was just trying to draw an altitude. But actually, if I get the arc midpoint, now I can draw this perpendicular bisector. So actually, for any 2 points, like for any 2 points, not only can I draw the arc midpoint, or for any 2 points, not only can I get the midpoint, but I think this gives me a process that lets me construct the perpendicular bisector. Somehow. That feels very convoluted. The circumcenter is the orthocenter of the medial triangle. Yes. But I have the perpendicular bisector, so in particular I can get the circumcenter now. And this feels like a very convoluted way of getting the perpendicular bisector, though. But okay, I have it. Well, we'll just take it. So we can get any perpendicular bisector. If we can get perpendicular bisectors, I feel like I just want to go back to where I was looking. Because the altitude is isogonal to here. So can I get a reflection? Maybe that's the question. Because effectively I have the 9-point center now. It's just like, well, I just need a maybe if I could reflect around a point, I would have been done a long time ago, though. But I feel like I'm in a pretty good place, because like I actually just straight up got any perpendicular bisector. Project at BCM infinity through A onto an arbitrary line. You can get the point at infinity along. So you're saying I can draw this parallel one. I see. So you're saying that if I can mark this point, and I should be able to, I think that's overkill. Like, I feel like if I can draw the line through A parallel to BC, like if I have the power to do this and I have arbitrary perpendicular bisector power, then like, you know, just build a rectangle. So okay, I just need to parse the bit about how you got the parallel line. But I think like if I can draw a perpendicular bisector, I definitely believe it. I feel like I did a lot. You have harmonic. Oh. Okay, I understand. I see, because that only requires a straight edge. You build any harmonic bundle. that is mega over. Okay. Okay, I understand. Yeah, that works. So I want to see if I can cut out the in-center step, because that feels like it was significant overkill. But it feels like I can build a midpoint. I can build a perpendicular... I can get the midpoint by Cheva. And... by heart, yeah. I think you can cut this down a lot. Let me make sure this works. Maybe I'll just use the in-center anyways, it's fine. Thank you, Tofu67, for the follow. How are you constructing extra? Well, I can literally bisect any angle by building a rhombus. Just like if you have an angle, you can bisect it, so you can build the eccentric triangle too. No, yeah, no, we can do arbitrary parallel. Like, I think we're just done at this point. I'm just trying to see if there's ways I can, like, consolidate the steps. If you can reflect across the line, you can construct arbitrary perpendicular. I don't know if I did... Did I have a... This is so janky. Like, I feel like I mean, okay, it works. We'll just write this up. I think it's fine. Alright. I think for those of you watching on YouTube, I will actually include the write-up in the video because, listening to me talk like this probably didn't make very much sense. But I think this works. I'm very confident this works, actually. This should just be fine. I like the instant eccentric way. I think it's cool. Alright, we'll use it. It's fine. Use the following series of planes. A claim given a line segment xy, we can find its midpoint. claim given an angle XYZ, we can bisect it. Proof, build a rhombus. I don't know how to write this, like, two intersecting lines. We can get the so make a parallelogram. Make a parallel. How do you spell parallelogram? Make a parallelogram, two of whose sides are L1 and L2. Also, I'm assuming the contest used, like, you know, the curly L. And we're distance to opposite. This is actually a rhombus. Pick any point Z. Or draw two lines parallel to XY, distance 1 away. Say L and L prime. Let Z be on L prime. Draw lines and meet at. If I raise ZX, you meet all again. Then we can get the centroid of triangle X prime Y prime Z. Okay, cool. So claim, given a segment, we can find its perpendicular bisector. Well, we'll just say given a triangle ABC, we can build its arc midpoints. So bisect all the angles ABC to get the in-center X centers. X centers IA, IB, IC. Midpoint. In a triangle ABC, we can construct the perpendicular bisectors of its sides. Then the internal bisector of angle BMC is the perpendicular bisector of side BC. It's literally AMO 2023. Oh. Good to know. I didn't remember that. But see, in Elmo 2023, you don't get a ruler, so I think that's probably much harder. This feels like you could, yeah. We'll call this pen, alright. Construct M, the midpoint of BC. Take an arbitrary line through can construct the harmonic conjugate of P with respect to BQ. Then from BC M infinity with -1, where infinity, we conclude that AR is parallel to BC. Let line AR meet the perpendicular bisector of BC at S, sure. Then the line through S and the midpoint and meets BC again. The foot of the A altitude. Okay, I probably should draw a diagram for the last part, because the last part is a little heavier. I think the first 3 you can... I think most people... I shouldn't say most people. I can see those in my head, so I don't feel bad if I don't draw a diagram. But I can't do this last part in my head, so I will actually draw a diagram for it. Like a reasonable person. No, that's not the window I wanted. Where's my... okay, what was this? Canada 2024 5 dot. TSQX. Unit circle dotted, A, B, C, cycle, blue, blue. And there's, well, we'll draw the midpoint and then R's midpoint. So Q is like a random, we'll let R be a random A plus. Do I want Q or, I'll use Q. 7.8. BP. Oops, R is pretty far. Let's move R like closer. You know, I feel like I don't... I want this diagram to work with N as well. I think Q is still... whatever, we'll let it go. I want this to be around 260 and Q to be 85. No, a little, it's not just a little bit. And we can move the label to like 45 degrees. And You know, I will actually name it properly. I want to change the names. From now on, fix triangle ABC. See the figure below. To finish, well, what did I call it? I should call it L, really. Yeah. I actually was thinking, I thought we might be able to get rid of the angle bisector step. Like, I was thinking, is there a way I can just directly get, but I don't know. Because it feels a little silly that it's like, draw every bisector of ABC to get the X centers, and then... I mean, whatever, as long as it works. Okay. Alright, did it. Thank you, Pongalis, for the follow. That was a fun problem. Draw orthocenter with one ruler. Geometry. This is a fun problem. Alright, let's see if I can find the thread. Alright. There's only one solution. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know. I'm just posting this. Ta-da! Oh, one that doesn't use angle bisector. Oh, I see, yeah. So we did a problem from this year's AMO and then a problem from this year's Canada Olympiad. That's our progress so far. Anyways, yeah. Okay, well done. Did it. We'll see you on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Hope that was entertaining or something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see you all.